Hey everyone, Jonathan Smith here at Vermeer Southeast. Got Jose Rivera here. He's a sales engineer out of Ocoee, Florida.
Based out of Ocoee.
Yeah, nice. And you know, we wanted to talk about something, a product that we have been selling for a while. Not everybody knows what this thing is, man. And to be honest with you, I'm looking for the pull cord to start it like the Husqvarna at home, you know?
Well, it's getting a little modern, so we have electric start now.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
And then you have to sharpen the blades, probably not that often.
Oh, okay, all right.
Aside from that. You know,
This one looks a little bit more expensive than my Husqvarna.
Well,
here or
yeah,
there, right?
depending,
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
So this is a US Radar GPR. This is a quantum version. We do offer US Radar as part of the product line.
Okay.
And normally we have three different modules, or models, I'm sorry, that we offer. This is the Quantum, which is a triple frequency. Then we have a single frequency, and then we have a triple frequency with a GPS dedicated system. Okay, so the GPS, in reality, many people say, well, I want GPS because I want to have a better reading.
Sure.
Of whatever they are looking for most of the time.
Who wouldn't?
Because the equipment, 95% of the time is used for utility locating. That's what we offer.
All right.
Okay. Now, it was not designed for that. You know, it was designed for different applications. You know, originally to find bombs.
Yeah.
But it's been used for archaeology, geology, mining, different applications.
Right.
Civil engineering. You know, but for us, in reality, 95% of the applications is just utility locating.
Now, I was trying to be funny. I didn't know what it was. I do know what these are. I've seen a bunch on the market.
Yep.
And I see different colors and they have different names or whatever. Why does Vermeer Southeast partner with US Radar?
Well, very good question. So Vermeer Manufacturing used to offer a GPR
Okay.
a while back. And that was made by a company here in the US. And there was a contract in between Vermeer and this company, and that's what we're offering.
Okay.
With the time, that contract did not continue, and then we were forced to find another option.
Okay.
And we came across this company, and we were able to build a very good relationship with them. So we have a direct contact with this company. We have a direct support, and then we can support this product in-house about 80%.
Oh.
You know, of whatever it is. In reality, as big or small as you can see it, is very little components. You have a cart, you have the antenna, you have a tablet which acts as a controller, and then an encoder that actually is the one that connected to this wheel is going to tell the antenna when to trigger a signal to collect a sample.
Right.
You know, so that's is as simple as that. But the thing is that frequencies are like, for lack of other examples, screwdrivers, right? So a high frequency, for example, it is almost like probably a very small screwdriver.
Okay.
You know, and then you have a mid frequency, which is number 2 screwdriver, for example.
Sure, sure.
And then you go to a lower frequency, like a number 3 screwdriver, is bigger, right?
Right.
So frequencies act like that. Now, when they are traveling through the ground, depending on the frequency, they are able to travel deeper. And the higher it is, not as deep. They're going to die before they can get that deep. So, you know, when you have different applications, different environments, different soil conditions, then you have to use different frequencies to achieve the results that you are attempting to.
That makes sense. So there's not really a one-size-fits-all here.
No, it
now.
doesn't.
So for specific applications, we have a product lineup essentially for 3 different models, and they all act differently.
So this one actually is almost like a 3-in-1 tool.
Okay.
Right? So we can offer a single frequency, and then that is dedicated for something very specific. Now, we have a county in Florida, for example, that uses that specific unit because they don't need to go below 6 feet.
Sure.
You know, 5 feet, around there. So they don't care about having a lower frequency that can go deeper because they never care about anything below that point.
Makes sense.
So it serves their purpose. But if you're a contractor and you don't really know what you're going to be finding and what kind of utilities, utility diameter, depth, shapes, or whatever, then that's when you rely on multiple frequencies to be able to pull a little bit more information out.
What if I just want to call my local Vermeer Southeast dealer and get you out there with one of these on my job site? Is that possible?
That's normally what we do.
That's the route I would go then. Okay. Well, cool.
Which, in reality, if you talk about GPRs, you said that you've seen many in the street, right?
Yeah.
It's only 7 manufacturers in the world. Okay. So in reality, when you see many of those, sometimes actually have different colors, but it's exactly the same inside.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay.
And in our case, actually, even as Vermeer Southeast, it's still blue. We're yellow, right?
Yeah,
but
right.
It's still blue because it is a U.S. rated product. We don't need to try
spray
to
paint
pretend
it or
to be.
anything?
No, we don't have to do that.
Okay,
no,
okay.
we have to rely on the fact that we have a direct support from the manufacturer, and also as good as any GPR can be, or ground penetrating radar. A lot of what comes with this is your training. Okay.
That's where you come in.
That's where I come in.
Okay.
Yeah, because in reality, it doesn't matter how good it is if you don't know what you're looking at and how to interpret that information.
100%. I've seen them work, and I was trying to be funny earlier that I'd never seen one with a pull cord, but that's my biggest problem, right? I can kind of run over something or I think I know it's there, but I don't really know what I'm looking at, but I think you can train on some of the interpretation, and there's higher level even training than that.
So I can train anybody to run this unit in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's all what it takes.
Wow.
So knowing how to run it, how to operate the equipment doesn't take anything. But knowing how to interpret the data, that's when we come in, and that's our intention, to train every customer, every user to be able to understand what they are looking at. That
makes sense. Man, I appreciate you coming up to Marietta to talk about this. And for you guys out there and gals, I mean, this is a great tool that we're using. A lot of municipalities are using them. Some government agencies are using them. It's really taken off out there. So if you didn't know what this thing was, hopefully you got a little bit better understanding.
And by the way, actually, we were able to incorporate this product on the Florida Sheriff Association contract.
Okay.
So municipalities, any government entity can use that same contract, to piggyback or use the contract approved pricing already and get it through them.
So you made it easy for everybody.
Yeah, and it is a Florida association, but actually any entity, government entity in the country can use that same contract pricing.
So you're saying they have no excuse, right?
No,
they come in here and
if they
they
need
can
one,
get
we
one.
have it, and we can train them.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, how's availability on these?
Normally we stock these units, this specific unit, triple frequency. If it's a single frequency, we have to order it. But most of the time we keep about 6 to 7 units available in inventory.
So that's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, man, I don't know what else to say. On behalf of everybody here at Vermeer Southeast, for you guys, have a safe and productive day.